Hey everybody, Captain Chris here again with the education team from Save the Bay. If you watched our live stream this morning, you learned a little bit about ocean acidification as it's caused by climate change. With lots of CO2 in the atmosphere that goes into our ocean and changes the pH of the ocean. And the way we know that that's happening is using certain chemicals like that bromothymol blue that we showed you in order to test the pH. Now that solution is very fine-tuned, it's very precise and can tell us anywhere on our pH scale what something like ocean water is. But it's really easy to make a very basic pH indicator solution at home using some things that you already have. You might have to go out and buy the one key ingredient though, so the next time anybody goes to the grocery store, just ask if you can add red cabbage to the shopping list. So what you want to do is you take that red cabbage, and this is where you might want some parents' help because you might need a big knife, and chop that red cabbage up into shreds. I'm not going to do it all here with you, but you want to take that shredded red cabbage and put it in a bowl. Then boil some water, and once that water gets to a boil, you're going to take it off of the burner and pour that boiling water onto the red cabbage. You want to make sure you use just about that whole head of cabbage and that the water is really hot. Now, don't touch this right now. You want to let it sit for about 20 or 30 minutes or until that water comes back to room temperature. What you're going to find is that water around the cabbage turns this really bright kind of purplish blue. And I've got some of that right here, which I've made just a couple days ago. So this is going to be our pH indicating solution. Now, it's not going to tell us exactly where on our pH scale a solution is that we're testing, but it will help us determine whether or not it's an acid or a base. And this is where the fun comes in. You can experiment with all kinds of items around your house to test whether or not they're an acid or a base. So I've already poured some of our pH indicator solution into some of these bowls. I'm going to add a little bit more. So that middle bowl is going to remain our neutral. So that neutral is that purple color. Now I have some solutions that I found around the house, things you might find in the kitchen or your pantry or things like that are going to be really good. I have a powder here. I'm not going to tell you what it is, but it's something that your parents might use to bake with. And if I sprinkle some of that into my red cabbage pH indicator solution, it turns, oh, watch that, from purple to this really bright blue. Bright blue is going to indicate that this is a base or an alkaline solution. Whatever this powder is that I just added is a base or alkaline. We're going to leave that purple as our neutral, and I have another liquid here that I got from the kitchen cabinet, something that is often used in cooking, and I'm going to pour some of that in. And that purple, in the presence of an acid, is going to turn a light color, like a lighter purple or a red or yellow or orange, depending on how strong your cabbage was. Add a little more. Awesome. So we know from that lighter color that that solution was an acid. So have some fun at home. Figure out what you want to test, whether it's something from the refrigerator or your kitchen pantry. Figure out whether some of these solutions are acids, bases, or neutral. Enjoy!